On this episode, we're creating our own perfect fireworks party. Today is September 24th, 2021. This is episode 394 of the Main Street Magic Podcast.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts. Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Main Street Magic. I'm your host, Jeremy Stein, and I am joined by my lovely wife, Rhonda.
Hey, guys.
Make sure you check us out on the web at mainstmagic.com, as well as follow on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at mainstmagic. If you've not done so already, join the conversation in our Facebook group by searching for the Main Street Magic community. And then if you hit subscribe, you're going to get brand new episodes every Tuesday and Friday. But if you want even more content, including everything that's happening for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary, including in-park, resort, at-home live streams, bonus episodes, discounts on Main Street Magic merchandise, and a whole lot more, check out our Patreon group at wonderlandcrew.com. And if you're looking for a special gift to send someone who's visiting Orlando, or you just want to get something for yourself, Magical Charcuterie offers charcuterie boxes, trays, and cups that are perfect for vacation days, open houses, special events, or even just a movie night. Check out msmfriends.com to order and save 10% using the code MAGIC. And finally, if you're getting ready to plan your next Disney or Universal vacation, maybe you're looking to go on a cruise or pretty much travel anywhere else in the world that will currently allow you, and I'm definitely looking at our United Kingdom listeners as we open up the borders to bring them back into the United States, check out Melissa Pilgrim with Ears of Experience at msmears.com. Fill out a form for a free quote. So recently we've done kind of these like crafting episodes where we kind of crafted our own park or our own meal with recent announcements of fireworks parties coming back.
Yay!
And
Are we doing one?
All new one. Yeah, we want to look at some, and I'm just going to real quick go over some of the new offerings.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
And I mean, they're booking out like crazy, of course. So we'd have to really find perfect time to book it at that 60-day out period, because like maybe we can look
one now.
Well, maybe we can look at when we're there for Thanksgiving or something. We might have to try because we want to already be there. But with the announcement of all these different new fireworks parties, I thought it would be cool if we kind of crafted our own, and we'll get into that in just a minute. But if you have not heard, there is a new celebration at the top. This is the 50th Flavors and Fireworks at Disney's Contemporary Resort. This starts October 2nd, and reservations are now currently open. You can book 60 days out, $129 per person, plus tax and gratuity.
We should be doing this.
This one's interesting because I think it's a whole array. This is very much, from quickly looking at kind of the menu and all, this almost is like bringing the brunch to the evening.
Nice.
So you get a nice array of all types of things.
Awesome.
Then for Magic Kingdom, there's the Magic Kingdom 50th Fireworks Dessert Party, the Disney Enchanted. There's a pre-party. This is $99 per adult. There is a Disney Enchantment Treats and Seats. This is $114 per adult. Or there's the Disney Enchantment After Party. That's $99 per adult. These all begin on October 3rd, and those reservations are also currently available to book.
Wow.
If you have not already and you're within your 60 days, you're probably out of luck. So you may have to look out further.
Okay.
Fairy Tale Fireworks, a sparkling dessert cruise. This is $99 for adults, $69 for children. This actually starts September 18th. So this is currently going on, and reservations, of course, are now available. We go over to Epcot, and Harmonious is coming on October 1st. These start on October 1st. These reservations are going to open up on the 23rd, which was yesterday, but tomorrow, by the time we're recording.
Okay.
So when you listen yesterday,
gets a little confusing.
But you and I right now, this is tomorrow.
Okay.
The Rose and Crown Fireworks Dining Package. This is $89 per person or $39 per child. This will get you unlimited beer, wine. This will get you an appetizer, entree, and dessert, much like when we did it before for Illuminations. Really, really enjoyed it.
Yes.
Beautiful firework viewing.
It was awesome.
Now's the new Spice Road Table Dining Package.
Ooh.
This is $72 per person, $31 per child. This includes 2 small plates, a dessert, drinks.
Okay.
So not too bad of a deal on those. I've always thought in the past, and we have done a fireworks dessert party we did for the Galactic Spectacular.
Yes.
Way back when.
Yes.
And my thought, I know, has always been that I love the dessert parties, but all dessert is just too much for me.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of these Magic Kingdom ones are including like cheeses, and they'll probably have a small charcuterie, but then it really is predominantly all desserts. I think the money is well spent on the experience, on the location, all of that. Plus you get desserts.
Right.
But I thought, what if we created more of a full beginning to end, almost meal style dessert, and not exactly like Rose and Crown or Spice Road Table, but let's come up with more of an appetizer hors d'oeuvre style firework party, right?
Okay.
I thought that would be fun. So here's our rules. Rhonda, do you want to go over them? Because you did help me create these rules for us today.
I did?
Yeah, you had a couple little ideas in here. So
I did?
What are the rules exactly?
Well, you have to select a location. You have to name the party. You get one alcoholic beverage and you get one non-alcoholic beverage. You have 5 appetizers or small plates and 2 desserts. And you cannot repeat a restaurant.
Yeah, so we're pulling these direct from all the Disney World restaurants.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And appetizer small plate, I really am thinking this is coming off of that appetizer or small plate menu, but you want to make sure that it is something that can be utilized in an hors d'oeuvre party where you have several of them. You know what I mean? So you may not want to go strictly for the ahi tuna nachos at
right.
Yak and Yeti,
Because there's so
unless
much.
you're able to take those down into a smaller bite
Right.
in like a single serving. But you certainly could do that. I had to change one of mine in a sense.
I did not.
Well, let's get into it because
Okay.
I am very excited to hear yours.
Okay.
I hope you don't cheat like you did on the last one, and you're just like, my appetizer is is Spice Road Table and their entire menu or anything. Let's start with your location. Where is your fireworks party going to be located?
It's going to be located on the water outside of Magic Kingdom.
On a boat, I hope, or are we all floating on inner tubes?
On a boat.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
All right.
Would you like to know which boat?
Yes. Which boat?
The Sassagoula River ferry boat.
Okay. So you're going with the ferry boats.
But that particular one, if you remember what it looks like, I would take quite a few seats out so the food can sit there, but still have enough seats. And that is more like just a larger pontoon boat almost. So you have that movement around. You have that.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Hey, let's go ahead and just say, what is yours going to be called? Rhonda just got back from the dentist, by the way. And I don't know what they
just
gave you,
named
but you were
it.
very giggly.
well, because I was thinking
So-
of naming it Rhonda's River Cruise. And
Go
I
for
thought,
it.
No, because then I really came up with this name, Main Street Magnificent.
Oh, wow. That's really good. All right.
Thanks.
And you're going to still have River Cruise in it?
Yeah.
Or just fireworks party? Okay. You could have done Red's River Cruise.
Mm.
And it could be pirate themed.
Oh, well, yeah, look at that.
All right.
Maybe you should have named it
Are
then.
you going to change your mind on the name? I like that a lot. That's really good. I think that's inventive. Mine now seems boring. I'm going to pick both sides of the hub grass. This is going to be, there's closed off areas of the hub grass,
Okay.
which they currently do use for some fireworks viewings and parties and stuff and special events. I want to have it there, and I just want to mirror it on both sides. So you have both locations.
Oh.
Because it'd be, you could technically, if you just wanted to almost rub it in people's faces more, you could have the food on one side and the seating on the other, and then just
And
a
you just-
pathway between the hordes of people.
just
So you
walk
get your
back
food and you just
forth.
walk by, and you've got your little lanyard around your neck. You can hold it out like on Wayne's World and just show everyone like, haha,
Yeah.
peasants, I'm in this hub grass.
Okay.
But no, I want to do both of those. And then
Okay.
mine is really boring, but it's going to be a taste of Disney fireworks party because we're tasting all around different dishes from
Oh,
Disney.
Well, I think that's pretty clever.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's get into our non-alcoholic beverage for the kiddos and for people that do not consume alcohol.
Yes.
What is your non-alcoholic beverage?
The hibiscus mint lemonade.
Where is this from?
This is from Barcelona Lounge, actually, at the Gran Destino Tower.
That sounds delicious. Tell me more.
It is. Well, I think it is. It is Minute Maid Premium Lemonade, Hibiscus Grenadine, Mint, and Soda Water for $5.49. So
There's no price on it. We don't need prices because it's all included in our
okay.
party.
Well, I do
But
have
normally
them.
it would be that much. So drink like 10 of them and you get your monies back, right?
Yeah. Oh, this is unlimited.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is unlimited. We can discuss a price tag at the end, what
Okay.
we think would be fair.
Well, the reason I say this too, I actually have not had this. So honestly, we are going to be at Coronado September 30th until October 3rd, I believe.
Yeah.
So I would like to get either the girls this or even me this.
Yeah, we can try it. I mean, Barcelona's now open in the
Yes.
evenings again,
Yes.
finally.
Mhm.
So we are planning when we get in Thursday to have a very relaxed resort day and evening, get to bed early because we're going to be up super, super early on Friday, October 1st to get over to Magic Kingdom. So this would be a good time to try that out.
Yeah.
That sounds delightful. I was actually thinking of the kids when I went with mine, and there obviously could be an array of sodas and thing. It would almost be neat to have like a little soda bartender for kids. But I specifically am thinking of a Coke with grenadine and cherries,
Aw.
which is like the girls' favorite now. Pretty much stolen, I think, I want to say, from Kat and Michael, who would actually get Coke with vodka and grenadine.
Yes.
So just omit that vodka, and that would be my non-alcoholic beverage. But I almost kind of thought with the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor being right there, which is kind of that old-timey soda fountain,
yeah, that'd be
that would
cool.
be neat to almost
Yeah.
have it set up as like a soda fountain.
Yeah.
Where you could get things like a freshly made limeade, you could get a Shirley Temple,
Wow.
Coke with grenadine, things like that for the kiddos. So your alcoholic beverage, this is unlimited. This is for the adults. What alcoholic beverage are you going with for yours?
I am actually going back to the Enchanted Rose
And the Amore.
The Amore. Yes.
That's a great pick.
Did you pick that?
I did not. And so I actually went with Snake Bite.
Okay.
And because here's my only thinking. As much as I love the Amore, I love, Gin's Tattoo, these mixed cocktails are so good. I do think if you're going to be there for a little bit and you are going to have multiple, they can tend to be so sweet
Yeah.
that I think you don't want multiple. So that was my only reasoning between going with the Snake Bite, because I think it's simple. It's not exactly beer, but it's not exactly cider. I think it's something everybody can enjoy.
Mhm.
And you can have a couple, and I don't feel like you're going to feel overly
Do you think
sugared.
you drank the whole Amore? I just had a sip. I thought it was fantastic.
I thought it was delicious.
Do you think you could have had to?
When
That'd have been a lot of money.
when we've been to Enchanted Rose, I don't think I've ever had the same drink twice. I mean,
Well, right.
if we sat there and had 2 or 3, I had 2 or 3 different ones, because I do think they can sometimes be a little too sweet and have those powerful flavors. I'm sure I could have had another one if somebody was funding the bill. 'Cause that's an expensive drink.
$21.
Yeah, $21 drink. But heck, man, putting it on your menu, again, you might have 2 of those and you could be halfway through your price based on what we decide the price is.
Mm-hmm.
So I really, really like your drink selections, and I think they're very, very fitting for
like
these
yours.
types of parties.
I like yours. I just don't like the beer.
You don't like mine. Mine weren't that good.
I do.
Let's get into our appetizers and small plates. Remember, we cannot repeat a restaurant.
Right.
And let's go back and forth. We'll start with you on your very first one. What is your first appetizer / small plate for, what was it called? Main Street Magnificent River Cruise.
Yeah.
I really love that name. This should already become a thing. I don't even care what your menu is.
Well, we're going to start at Baseline Tap House.
Ooh, okay.
And we're going to go with the coffee rubbed ribeye beef puff. And it does have a little olive salad that you wouldn't eat, but I would. And this is fantastic.
It is.
It's small enough to actually eat all on your own.
I was going to ask, do you think, all right, look, if you're
cut?
presenting this, I'm wondering, do you maybe cut it in half or quarters? In each one, you get a small square plate, you get a quarter of it, because you can go back and get more.
I would cut it in half, I think, because even cut in half is still very small.
Yeah. It's a very light feeling dish, considering it's steak and puff pastry and like sour cream and all.
And then
very
I'd
light.
cut it half open or do it half, because I think you get everything, and I think you could still present it pretty on a plate, if that makes sense.
We could even, again, we could still redesign this. If these are flavors from our favorite places, you could redesign it to be a single serving of a smaller puff pastry.
Yeah, you could.
So you certainly could make it and have that presentation instead of giving one and then it's cut in half, which might take away from the look. But okay. I think that is a wonderful, wonderful addition on here. Did you have any thought process behind the variation of your dishes?
No.
Okay, so you could, because my thought was, let's have something maybe that is meatless. Let's have something that's potentially vegan. Let's have something that's a seafood, maybe a beef, maybe a pork, a chicken, whatever.
I kind of got that way towards, but yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering because I didn't pick some things based on the fact that I didn't want 3 beef dishes.
Right.
Even though I do technically have 2 pork dishes.
Actually, and I'll couple down. I'll tell you one of mine that maybe I should switch out. Okay.
Well, I'm going to start with the ricotta from Topolino's Terrace. So this comes with tomato, aged balsamic, cracked pepper, and basil. This can easily put into small plates. It's absolutely delicious. I think this should be at food booths at every single festival. I think this should be available at carts throughout I think this should be available readily.
So what
anywhere you want.
So what happens when we repeat each other?
That's okay. We just I didn't want to go that far because then we'd really have to get in, especially when we both picked the ricotta. Apparently.
All right. Well, yes, we did.
So that's your next pick. Okay.
Well, it's not my next,
that's
but
fine.
It's on there.
And same things that I'm thinking about. Just
absolutely.
The
it was amazing.
It's light.
Yes, and I've been making it more and more now, ricotta at home, just because it's so simple. I don't know how to. I think the next time I want to try is with white vinegar, I've heard, or salt in recipes.
I love the ricotta we make at home, but I do think it's still missing some little punch. And it may be that we've done it. Yeah, we do it with lemon juice instead of vinegar. Yeah. So we may want to try that next time. I just think this can be perfectly presented, and I think this is a good, vegetarian style dish or meatless dish. I will say it's certainly not vegan. It's a plate of cheese.
Yes.
All right. Well, my next one, I haven't technically had, but I kind of have, and it is on the appetizer menu.
I almost put something, but then I didn't have it, so I took it off.
Well,
so
mine is mine is the sea scallop appetizer from the Hollywood Brown Derby.
Oh, I did see that.
So this is slightly different from the enhancement that I had with my steak Diane the other weekend. This comes with pork belly, stone fruit barbecue, and a red onion gastrique. Next time we go to Hollywood Brown Derby, I want to get this as the appetizer for how that is. But honestly, this could be served as the scallops with the potato puree I had, and I'd be cool with it. Yeah. And I think you can do one beautiful plated scallop, a little bit of the sauce, and it's got the piece of pork belly with it. I actually have a lot of pork on my menu now that I'm looking at it. This pork is good. Bacon tastes good. So yeah, that is my next one.
Okay.
And then I got a seafood element.
Yeah.
Which I wanted.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. What is number 3 for you, Rhonda, in your fireworks cruise here?
Well, I'm kind of realizing I have a lot of cheese on mine. Banana Cabana, the chili con queso.
Ooh.
It's so good.
That's good. You tend to go out of the box, which I really appreciate.
Oh,
because
really?
you really stick to some of the things, like some of the bars and the restaurants. And again, that's a very shareable. We do. I won't mention cheese skin.
Ew.
Yeah. Talk about what's in this.
Caribbean style chili, pimento cheese, which I love, pico de gallo, and fried tortillas. It's so good, and I really love that. And I thought that's something that would be really good.
Yes, it would. Your menu is not going to be for anyone who's lactose intolerant.
No. And then I realized I'll tell you my next one when we get to it, but I'll go ahead and switch it out.
This is a really, really good queso cheese dip. Maybe it could even be served in a little tortilla bowl, that'd be cool. Would be good with the tortilla chips around the side. I would go with maybe some of the multicolor tortilla chips. You can get the red and the blues and the standard kind of corn color just to give it a little bit of a pop. But that's a very, very good pick. My next one, I'm gonna have you just guess guess one item you think that I'm putting on mine.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I could.
No.
I mean,
right.
there's just so many.
Well, I'll
which...
just say with this one, just like M&M, guess who's back? The bacon and eggs is back.
I thought you were gonna say the Hollywood Brown Derby crab wontons.
Oh, well, no, well, yeah, that's not back. Otherwise, I would have easily picked that over my scallops. But the bacon and eggs is now from Steakhouse 71,
Yes.
previously from The Wave. Highly rated, highly loved. This comes with a maple lacquered pork belly, smoked cheese grits, and a perfect egg. Now, this is the one that I feel I need to change up a little bit because this is a hearty appetizer
Yes, it is.
that eats like a meal.
Yeah.
So we're going to replace the chicken egg with a quail egg. So you're still going to get that lovely, perfectly poached egg flavor.
Okay.
You're going to get it with your cheesy smoked grits.
I'm not eating
and you're going to get it with that little chunk of the maple lacquered pork belly.
Okay.
We had the quail egg on.
I know.
That was an awful, awful dish on the steak tartare. Was
Yeah,
that at Festival of the Arts or was that Flower and Garden? I think it was the Arts, but that made me not ever want a quail egg, but it wasn't the quail's fault. They laid the egg perfectly, but
and the way you had to like
it was still
pour
in the
it
shell.
out of the egg.
Yeah.
It
was almost straight
very
up raw.
Strange.
Yeah. I like these perfectly cooked egg. What is it? The 63-degree egg? It's like
and because it's so tiny and you won't even like. I think it was the whole presentation of the way I just
on the steak tartare.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not making my menu.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that
No.
much. All right. Well, we're on to item number 4 for you.
All right, so this is what I put down, but I'm changing it right now.
Okay.
But I did put down the California Grill Sonoma goat cheese ravioli.
Mm-hmm.
But again, too much cheese. So originally I was going to go with the California combination roll, which is the jumbo lump crab, avocado, cucumber, shrimp, and tempura. And I was like, ooh, that gives me a nice sushi roll. That would be cut into maybe a little smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So then that would be really good. So I'm going to go ahead and take my cheese off.
Yeah, because current menu, you're not going to the bathroom for a week. You're going to be blocked up for quite some time, whether you're lactose intolerant or not. I feel like you would, they always have to put the little asterisk next to stuff on based how it's cooked. Like it says could contain like raw or undercooked ingredients. Yours is just like contains all cheese. Like take your lactate or your pills or whatever it may be ahead of time. Because you're going to have a bad evening when this is over.
Nah.
I do have a question. Are there bathrooms on your river cruise?
No.
Okay.
We
All
could
right.
put one.
We might have to put one or a bucket or something at this point. All right. So you're going with I love the addition of a sushi roll.
Yeah.
And I will say sushi can vary from place to place greatly on how good it is. I tend to think most sushi is done very, very well. I mean, it's usually done by professionals.
California rolls.
I mean, shoot.
Or California Grill.
The sushi that we get up at Publix that is made fresh daily is very, very good. They have wonderful California rolls. I feel like every time I'd get a California roll, I'm like, this is a good California roll.
Mm-hmm.
This is what they taste like everywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
Until we went to the California Grill brunch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is made with legit real crab meat.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the fake stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're so perfectly portioned. It is the best California roll I've had. And again, I think sushi brings a lightness and a freshness to your mostly cheese menu. So you can kind of break out between eating chunks of cheddar.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and have this California roll. And I like that a lot.
Thanks.
My next one that we may get next weekend, may get next Thursday.
What?
Is the ham and cheese bocadillo from Dahlia Lounge.
Oh, yeah. You love that thing.
This is jamon serrano, manchego cheese, roasted garlic aioli, honey, which is what makes the entire difference in this sandwich, on a toasted baguette.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when they serve it to you, it's a good size sandwich.
Yeah.
But you can easily do these in inch size slices.
I agree.
That drizzle of honey. The bread is so light and crispy. This thing is amazing. Anytime we go to Dahlia, it is hard for me not to order it, even though there's other things we haven't tried on the menu, because it is just that good. I want to recreate this at home.
I'm hungry. I think we should go to lunch at Simone's.
Okay. I want to create this at home though.
Yeah.
Because it's outstanding.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now we get a little bit of a sandwich. We get a little bread introduced. It's another pork one for me, though, because I had pork belly and the scallops. I had bacon and eggs with pork. And now the ham and cheese. So if you don't dig on swine, then if you're not Samuel L. Jackson, you're
Does he love
not going to
pork?
enjoy the whole Pulp Fiction scene where they talk about bacon.
My bad. Last
Go
but not
ahead.
least.
Because the pig doesn't have the personality.
Okay.
That was the whole scene. You've seen Pulp Fiction, correct? Been a while?
It's been a very long time if I have.
Oh. No. I'm completely backwards. I'm sorry. It's John Travolta's character that loves it.
Okay.
So I'm completely backwards as Quentin Tarantino fans are yelling at me.
Yes, they are.
Go ahead.
So my last but not least savory dish is going to be from Cruise Cup Lounge and their jumbo shrimp cocktail. It is Old Bay poached lemon and house-made cocktail sauce.
Have you eaten this?
Yeah, I thought so.
You have? Oh, where was I?
I would assume you were there with me.
I may be. Did we sit at
But-
the bar?
Yeah.
Okay. What did I eat?
I don't know.
You're positive I was there.
When am I at Disney without you?
That's a very, very good point. And that sounds
Never.
delicious. If you say Old Bay, I'm down.
Yeah. And if these are what I remember, they're big old shrimp.
Yeah.
Which they should go in the boathouse grits.
Well, thank you for bringing it up.
I did.
I just want to see the
I was
distributor.
waiting for you to
I just
do
want to
it.
see the distributor at Boathouse and where he's getting the shrimp from for those grits, because he's not getting them from anywhere else on property. I can tell you, might be getting them from Flying Fish, but we have not been there in a while.
Oh, and it reopened under new ownership.
Yeah,
right?
it's
So-
changed a lot. We've not been there in several years. It's one of the places I want to get back to the most, because we didn't love the meal. I didn't love my meal the first time,
I like mine.
but y'all enjoyed. And again, I had
Yeah.
octopus that time as well. And I had a revelation about octopus I'm going to share on a future episode coming up.
Okay. What was your last one?
Mine is the Impossible Sliders. It gives us from Nomad Lounge. This is Chipotle aioli, the yuca fries.
You got some heavy part.
I actually have a pretty heavy.
You do.
And I was just going to comment on how much I enjoy yours because of how light the menu is. So yeah, for me, that you may need to. Maybe I need to be the one that's worried about being able to make a beeline for the bathroom, because this is a lot of heavy stuff in here. I basically have like 2 sandwiches. I, as it turns out, I really just got my favorite dishes. Maybe I didn't put as much into it as I thought. Oh, I love my menu.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
It just, you're right. It is getting a little on the heavy side. Maybe I lighten it up with dessert though.
Oh,
You don't know.
all right.
Because we
We'll
now
see.
get to pick 2 desserts.
Yes, we do.
So what is your first dessert?
My first dessert is from Emirette's Patisserie
Mm-hmm.
and is Mickey Mouse. The chocolate chiffon cake, dark chocolate mousse, and white chocolate mousses.
Those little dome cakes.
Mm-hmm.
Those are
I think
good.
so. I think that's what the little, yeah.
Those are very good.
Yes. And I love him. And it's so good. And he's only $9.
Well,
if you really want to go get one.
well, you've added some wonderful theming in, obviously, by having Mickey represented. And I do
course.
think that's a good light dessert. I think my first one is also a good light dessert. Do you want to guess what it is? Most recently? That we both absolutely loved? Citricose.
Oh, that
and
was
the
good.
Orange
Yes.
blossom flan.
Yep. Yeah, that was good.
Flan?
Flan.
Blood orange, geely, orange scented shortbread, and orange blossom honey drizzled fruit. This certainly doesn't need to be served in the big square that it came in. This could be done, I think, in beautiful little circles. Maybe you put a little orange bird on top just to bring in some of the Disney.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
this is a very light, refreshing dessert. Not only do I think it's a good taste of Disney, it's a very, very good taste of Florida in general with the
I agree.
citrus and all.
I agree.
And as we said before, it's almost like a cheesecake and a flan, like kind of got together and made this incredible, lightly citrusy, deliciously refreshing dessert.
Yes. Yes, I did.
You get one more dessert to round out your menu.
Okay.
What is it? Why are you giggling?
Because you might say I cheated on this
You
one.
probably did. Did you say the Frozen Ever After dessert party is your second dessert?
No.
Okay, I'm just checking after
So,
last time. I got to
um,
keep an eye on you.
It's called funnel cake.
Okay.
The Epcot. I guess I looked it up. It's Disney and it's
Yeah,
the
you can pull funnel cake
restaurant
from,
is
you can pull
called
it from
funnel
there.
cake.
That's fine.
And I say restaurant because it has different ones. So I said funnel cake bar with toppings.
Okay.
So
All right.
they have.
I'm gonna let you have it. That's a great idea.
And I only pulled the toppings from the funnel cake place.
The actual, not like the seasonal
ice
stuff.
cream. Well, ice cream, chocolate sauce, crushed cookies, sugar, and then the mini candied bacon s'mores.
Okay. So you're having a funnel cake bar.
Heck yeah. And these
are
mini funnel
Yep.
cakes. Very mini.
And then
like very mini.
I would assume you're well, now you have Mickey and Minnie with your desserts.
Yes.
See what you did there? We did not do that on
Yep,
purpose.
I did.
Okay, Rhonda.
Very mini.
All righty.
Little tiny mini ones.
So you're gonna have a cast member there, and you're gonna say, like, yes, I would like the funnel cake.
I would like the ice
this
cream,
toppings, whatever.
the crushed cookies, and the marshmallows.
Okay.
I'm assuming from the mini candied bacon s'mores, there's obviously candied bacon.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
Chocolate marshmallow.
There's already chocolate sauce on here.
Well, of course there is.
There's already vanilla
An entire
ice cream.
bar.
And then I would assume maybe some graham crackers.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's considered the funnel cake.
Yeah, I think the funnel cake would be considered the graham.
So I think,
crackers.
honestly, the only thing that isn't on the other toppings would be marshmallows.
Yeah.
That I would just love to put
I'll
on
give it
top.
to you. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, mine, I was going to go. Mine's similar. Can I just add like 80 toppings to mine as well?
Sure.
Well, I'm going with the warm churros from Three Bridges. These come with an esplete sugar.
Oh, yeah.
They come with the chocolate
Yeah.
sauce, and then we always recommend the sweetened condensed milk. So this is going to automatically come with that.
Yeah.
Here's the reason I'm going with the churros.
Are you going to add more toppings?
Yeah, I'm also going to add funnel cakes. I'm going to add bacon, chorizo.
No, but I mean, like,
You
would
can
you
get a salad.
do a strawberry sauce? Would you
Sure.
do
Let's do it. Let's do a
marshmallow
trio.
sauce?
No, let's do a
Would you
trio.
Okay.
Let's do a trio of a strawberry sauce, a chocolate sauce, and the sweetened condensed milk. I
Okay.
think that gives you a wonderful balance of flavors. Here's the reason I'm going with the churros is because I see all these shirts and these snack shirts, and people talk about Disney World and getting churros in the park, and the churros in the park are awful.
Yeah, I do have to
awful.
agree with that. They're not okay. You are very harsh sometimes.
They're not great.
They are not.
Yeah.
They are edible, and they are a good, sweet, and doughy snack.
Mm-hmm. And again, they're nostalgic. They're fun.
Right. But they're not. If you said, Rhonda, you get to pick a churro, where are you getting it from? I would absolutely say Three Bridges.
Yeah.
Or where's the one we had recently besides Three Bridges?
Oh, shoot. I don't even remember.
Oh, my goodness. But we've had them outside of the parks that for some reason, I don't know if the way they have to make them and then bring them in or how it works.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting a lot of that.
So much better.
Yeah, like pretzels hold up in the parks on a warming rack. The churros, to me, just don't. They're super thin. It's a cinnamon stick. It's a light cinnamon stick. The churros here, though, are absolutely wonderful. They're fresh.
Yes.
They're light. They're doughy, but on the inside, but crispy on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
When Disney released their churro recipe, the churros that we made at home were much more like Three Bridges than they were the ones in the parks. So that's the reason I wanted to go with this, is because if you're getting a taste of Disney, I don't want that taste to be the in-park churros, which are very famous. I want them to be the restaurant churros.
Yeah, I agree.
But it would be neat to
job, babe.
easily include in this stuff. You can grab a Mickey bar or a Mickey pretzel with plastic cheese or something. Where do you think roughly per adult your price range would fall? Because
With my
I think
stuff?
I think yours is going to be up there.
I would say
I'm
120
thinking I think that would be a steal, and you would be
per person.
You'd be beating people away with a stick that are trying to get on it. Like, I think legitimately,
I want to be booked.
I think yours legitimately could be priced at like $199 a person. You have unlimited signature drinks, both for kids and adults.
Okay.
You have all the cheese. No, you have a very, very diverse menu. You've got wonderful desserts, including a toppings bar funnel cake thing. yours is on a boat, I think, is what really elevates it to a next level
Yeah.
because it also means per night. If you're running one of these per night, you are now limiting the capacity on what can fit on that boat compared to
Oh.
what can sit in a large seated area, which ups the value.
That's true.
Mine, yeah, I could see mine at a 129 or something like that,
Okay.
or 99 to 129.
So
That's on
mine
par
would
with what
be
they're currently offering
$199 per person.
per person.
Okay. And I think with the Sassagoula River ferry boat, I think you could get 15 people on there comfortably, maybe.
Right, which means compared to, I don't know how many they're putting at these other parties, but you have to
That's
think,
true.
you know, heck, they're layering them where they basically have a pre-party, a mid-party, and an after-party now. So you know, that opens up the capacity that you can fill as opposed to
Yeah.
the boat. Now, if you were able to recreate and put a couple of these out there, also, though, I will say your viewing is missing the projections.
It is. But I have music pumped in from the firework.
Yes. Okay. So music's being pumped right into your
Uh-huh.
boat as well.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we love the fireworks cruise that we did from the
It
pontoon
was
boat.
so amazing.
I do think it could still potentially become one of those where you say, if this is your first ever viewing, and this is going to be for the new Enchanted fireworks show.
Yeah.
If this is your first ever viewing, you may want to catch it in park to see all the projections and the castle and up and down Main Street. But then when you go back, this is the type of thing you spring for.
So we'd go to yours first.
Yeah, you could go to mine
Then
first,
mine.
see everything, then
Yeah.
go to yours for that more elegant kind of upscale experience. A lot of these in the fireworks parties, and I even think of like a Hoop-de-Doo review, a Spirit of Aloha, where alcoholic beverages are included. They can
Mhm.
often make up a lot of the hefty price tag. I still do feel bad for people that do not drink. You know, adults that do not drink are paying the same
Yeah.
price. I sometimes wish that, you know, we've said this, if we were to go to Hoop-de-Doo review with your parents, you
Yeah.
know, or my parents who don't drink,
Yep.
it's too bad that they can't pay maybe just even if it was like $20 less. You know, now you have to have a waiter that then monitors who's getting what and all of that. I understand the logistics behind it.
Right.
It is one of those things. So I would rather just, yeah,
You
have
should
it
be able to be
included and be able to
sat in
drink.
a
like
section.
like you just know that section doesn't.
Yeah, just like
have
a
it?
non-smoking section back years
That
ago.
could be, yeah.
And a non-drinking section, because if we went with my parents, I mean, first of all, I'm not really drinking wine anymore.
Right.
I wouldn't be drinking either.
Yeah.
So I'd want to save some money as well.
Oh, for sure.
So I would want a non-drinking
Yeah,
section.
just get away from all the rowdy people.
There you go.
They can sit on the other side. Well, I like your cruise. I like my show and my hub grass.
Yeah, I do too.
You know what you also get with mine? I forgot to mention this.
You're just throwing stuff in
you get
now.
Limited
mine's
fireworks.
better.
You get a limited edition fireworks like pad that you get to sit on in the hub grass so that your butt doesn't fall asleep. So you get to sit while you watch the fireworks. And then they actually tell everyone in front of you they have to sit down too. So there's no 6'5" men with a 13-year-old child on their shoulders videotaping the entire thing with like a iPad Pro, a 40-inch iPad Pro. So I forgot to mention that part. You also get a keepsake.
What are you
keychain.
trying to do now? Because mine's better.
I do think that both of ours should come with. Glass is going to be too rough, but I think the hard plastic keepsake glasses to do your drinks in would be pretty cool with a nice little logo and everything on it. That would be nice to have as a keepsake, I think, for either of ours.
And mine would be Main Street Magnificent.
I like it. I think your name is
River
very, very
Cruise.
good. River Cruise. That's a wonderful name. Mine was just a Taste of Disney fireworks party. Well, here's what we'll do. All right, let's have people can vote. When we post this, I want you to vote, comment on social media in the Main Street Magic community on Facebook. Let us know which one you think you would rather attend. Remember, hers is $199, right? So a couple's already out $400. Mine's at the very affordable price. I'm going to say $99.
Oh, you dropped it?
Yeah. Well, it's on par, I think, with the other ones they're doing. They're $99.
Okay.
The pre-show and post-show ones are now $99. So I think mine's right on par.
Okay.
So literally, for the price of two people in mine would be the price of one person on Rhonda's. And you might get motion sick on the boat. So, and there's no bathroom. It's just a bucket. It's a bucket and a can of Febreze is all that Rhonda's providing you at $199. Come on. Who are you? Bob Chapek, Rhonda? Let's get with this. I would rather go on your cruise. I would gladly spend the $199 and go in a bucket. I don't care. Thank you everyone so much for listening. Look forward to hearing your thoughts. And again, as always, if you want to play this game, not only can you vote on which of our cruise or our fireworks parties you would rather attend, but you can create your own by a location, the name of your party. You get 1 non-alcoholic beverage, 1 alcoholic beverage, 5 appetizers or small plates, 2 desserts, but don't repeat your restaurant.
Okay.
Let us know what you think. As long as you're out there, we would absolutely love if you subscribe so you can get those brand new shows every Tuesday and Friday, especially with all the stuff coming up from the 50th anniversary at Walt Disney World and a whole lot more. And if you want even more of that, then you can certainly check out our Patreon group at wonderlandcrew.com. And as long as you're on the internet, would you please leave us a rating and review?
Because it helps our show grow.
That's all we've got. We'll see you real soon.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts, Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.